Oh.
Man, we got a rock star in the building. Where's my compulsive habit? I'll be back. You're playing it better than me. That's not a good thing. Damn. Should be right in front of me. Let's take whatever I can grab.
I was a little out of tune. That probably wasn't helping.
Oh, it's definitely way out of tune. Get her. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Byrd is the Word podcast. I am your host, Boden and Byrd. With me this week is our guest, Duncan Kissinger. Give it up for him.
Hello.
Yeah, he is totally aware of his surroundings right now. He is totally aware of why he's here.
Why wouldn't I be?
Exactly. You're not a hostage by any means whatsoever.
No, we're here in front of a live studio audience.
Of course. Three cats makes a great audience. But we are here today to laugh. We are here to learn. We are here to showcase comedy in Indianapolis, and that is why I have this next guest on. He is the host of the Half Liter Open Mic. I've known him for almost 2 years now, I want to say. I met you pretty early on, and overall you're a great guy. You're a co-worker at Helium Comedy Club, and also I had you on, 2 shows now?
I think so. At least one.
Yeah, I had you on...
a space heater.
Yeah, he gave me a space heater. He literally saved me from freezing to death in the middle of winter when I lived in a shack. It was great. But he was on my Hoosier Hilarity Showcase and on my Indie Live headliner show, and both times did excellent. I'm very excited to have him on, but before we get into it, if you want to like, share, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff.
Yeah, like and subscribe, gang.
Yeah, then...
hit that thumb.
Exactly. If you want to do that, we can get into it. Here we go. Okay. So, Duncan, I like to start my podcast the same way every single week, and we start that with our weekly confessional, which is where me and my guests both share a story that we either regret or brings us shame or something that we just normally wouldn't talk about online. But, we're comedians, and part of our thing is, no shame and all that. So to warm us up, we do the weekly confession.
That feels like entrapment.
It is. It kind of is. It is. I get all of Indianapolis's comedians onto my podcast and confess their things. I don't even leave it in the final cut.
Are you a Scientologist?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I don't even leave the confessions in the final cut. I just hold on to it for dirt. But no, I figured, since we both work at Helium and we kind of both know, how, no it is. My embarrassing story was, around the time when I moved here. It had been 8 or 9 months since I'd gotten on the Helium list at the open mic, which is somewhat random, so it wasn't like I was like, they're out to get me or something.
Yeah,
but I was just like, took me forever to get back on, and I was like super excited to do it, and I came and I had material. I was doing well. And then I got into like a joke where I was like, I was getting molested or whatever. And the energy suddenly turned. And then I realized why it had turned is that the lights had been going off like crazy, and they had to cut my mic and play me off. Which
After talking about that.
Yeah, which like good set, and then plummeted with that last joke, and then cut the mic, got off. And to be fair, that happens a couple of times a week sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't. It can't feel good. I don't think that ever happened to me. Mm-hmm. But also, like, if it did, I would have blocked it out. So it very well could have.
Mm-hmm. I think the reason I remember so much is I walked an hour there, so I was already like chafed. This was summer. This was summertime. It's hot, sweating, chafed. Get there. So nervous, did a good set, fucked it up at the end, got walked out,
Well, because then that's the only part you remember.
Yeah.
You don't remember the doing well.
Yeah, and it was also, like, the week after, I think, a few people had gotten in trouble, so, like, people were talking like they're really watching our times now, they're paying attention to every joke and all this, and and then I was like, okay, I gotta be cool.
In trouble, what, for running the light?
Yeah, I think it was happening quite a bit, and then some people were upset about the quality of jokes coming through. A couple of people. So I was just like, it was really...
That kind of trouble. Mm-hmm. Inconsequential trouble.
Inconsequential, yeah. This isn't even that embarrassing of a story, but it did feel really horrible. And then I had to walk the whole way home.
Oh, yeah.
And the whole time I was like...
Did you record it?
No. Wish I had. I wish, if you're getting into stand-up comedy, I think most people who are in it already know, but try to film your stuff as much as possible.
Yeah, I always try and get audio.
Yeah, I don't know how many times I've gone in being like, oh, this set isn't going to do well, so I might as well not record it, or I don't even think to, and then I have a great set, or good set.
Yeah.
Good set. I don't have a lot of great sets. Good sets. And then I get home, and it's like I have nothing, but then I have like 35 recordings of me bombing at Fountain Square Brewery.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And it's like, and then someone's like, well, you got a tape to get booked? I'm like, no, I don't.
Yeah, that's the hard part.
Yeah. But I remember walking home, and I was just like, man, there's so many Indigo buses to jump in front of right now. Like, just over that open mic.
I think better than jumping in front of, you just walk close to the edge of the sidewalk, so they just like clip your wrist or something with the mirror, and then you can get a settlement rather than dying.
That's fair.
And then you have money and you don't have to worry about making it big or anything.
That is fair. That's 100% sure. But here's the thing. I used my wrists. Are
you telling me you're not willing to sacrifice?
I can lose exactly one wrist. Okay. I can do a lot of things with my feet, but I can't do that. Okay. But yeah, that is my weekly confessional. I know I don't think I prepped you for it ahead of time, but do you got something?
Yeah, it's not really that as well. I mean, I haven't been sleeping great recently. Because I've been dabbling in sports betting, and it makes it more exciting to watch, right? Mm-hmm. So I've been staying up real late watching the West Coast NBA games that finish at like 1:30 in the morning. Mm-hmm. So I'm just watching it on my phone with no volume because like C's asleep next to me. Because I'm just watching on my phone with like my big like recording headphones. And then it gets to the end of the third quarter, and I'm just like, all right, I have to go to bed. I'm either going to wake up with $100 more or or not, you know.
I don't watch a lot of sports, but I do kind of get that way about Minecraft tournaments. Like, I don't know if you're aware of this, but like people get onto these servers with like 100 other players, and they have rankings and stuff, so you can get in with like really good players of Minecraft.
Yeah.
And they'll do like Hunger Games tournaments where you gotta kill each other off, or like a purge where you gotta build up resources, and then purge starts and everybody just starts.
So what is Minecraft just like a cheeky, like, lower resolution of The Sims. It's just like everything's blocky, and it's like you can make a mine and you can make a castle.
Sort of,
You
yeah.
can get rid of all the trees, but it's all just like
Yeah,
The Sims meets Lego.
Kind of. I mean, there are, like, hostile mobs and stuff, so there are things to fight. Like, there's zombies and skeletons
But then
and
is
shit
it
that
just
comes out
like-
at night that you have to kill for XP and stuff like that if you want to, like, get some of the more...
So
harder parts of the
you can
game.
play offline probably,
Oh, yeah, you can play hella offline.
but then there's like a PvP server.
Yeah,
where
there's...
people come and
Yeah,
with
you can join with your friends, you can create your own worlds with your friends, or if you want to get on an actual server, you can compete against hundreds of people, or you can just do role plays. Like, they have, like...
So are
open-
kids saying slurs on Minecraft like they are on Halo?
Maybe not to the same degree, but yeah, I'm sure it happens. But I'd be watching these tournaments, like, religiously.
I think online gaming has been like perpetuated to keep slurs alive.
I think so, yeah. In the 2000s, they were like, we can't keep getting away with this. And then somebody was like, I don't know, that Xbox One is looking good.
Yeah, but what if you're not in
We
front
got
of
this
the
in-
person?
Yeah, it's a pretty good dynamic. But I remember one time when I had my most recent partner over, they were sleeping and I couldn't get to bed, so I had one of the tournaments on, and then I'm buck ass nude, obviously, because this is like 4 in the morning, and then I'm watching the video and I'm standing up and I'm eating and I'm just naked, like eating a breadstick, watching the TV as if it's like a football game, and I'm like really into it.
Oh, so you're watching
The tournament, yeah. The Minecraft tournament.
like streamed, or do they record them?
It's pre-recorded and edited for like story purposes.
So are you watching it like 1.5 speed?
No,
And then
I'm
in
just
the other
watching
ear,
it.
like the Bible in Chinese or whatever that means.
No, but I should have been. But either way, they woke up and they just look at me and I'm like, sorry, it's about to be. They're really into it right now.
Yeah,
And then
it's starting to get good.
the next weekend they were like, not gonna lie, that was an ick, and I told my mom about that. I'm like, don't tell your mom about the shit I do while I'm naked in my own home. That's crazy.
You
That's
got
crazy
dang,
stuff.
they hit you with the ick because you wanted to watch TV because you couldn't sleep.
Yeah.
It's like you were watching it on the big screen.
Mhm.
Okay, so like big screen versus little
Yeah.
screen. Right?
Yeah.
You ever play that Jackbox game? I think it's on Switch. But it's
No.
like one of those things where it's just like on the TV and then people on their phone. It's like put the funny word that you know or whatever, and you type it in, and then somebody votes on what the funniest word. It's like I don't know, like a party game.
Oh, okay.
But it's on the Switch.
That sounds fun.
And so I call that big screen little screen
Big screen.
because you're
Yeah.
I don't why. What's so icky about watching TV because you can't sleep?
I think it was it's 4 o'clock in the morning, they're trying to sleep, and I'm fucking naked, just like laughing my ass off, eating. Like,
Do you think
there
it's
was
the naked as much as...
I think it had to have been the naked. They also, like, we had a day where, like...
Don't you worry about sleeping naked, rolling over on your jewels?
No, not at all.
You don't worry about that?
No, I'm pretty...
You don't worry about everything flailing around, and you wake up, you got some behind your ear, and it's not a quarter?
I have... I have a lot of padding, my God. But, no. I just remember there was, like, a night that or a day that we spent the entire day there together, and then we went to, like, 2 different sex shops. So there was a lot of teasing going on.
Would you go to the Lion's Den on the west side and the south side?
No, Cirilla's?
Oh, yeah.
And then Lover's Lane.
Which Cirilla's? That's a chain. They're all chains.
Honestly, not sure. It was by a really cool vinyl shop, though. But,
Oh, probably the east side then. Karma?
Yeah, I'm willing to bet. Yeah, you're right.
What is that, Post Road?
I think somewhere around there.
Shout out Karma Records.
Shout out Commerce. It's a really hot place. But we spent the whole day together, so and there was a lot of teasing at the shops and everything. We get home and we're all tired. We fall asleep. I don't sleep well with people in the same room as me because I'm not used to it anymore.
I'm sure that's been good for relationships.
It's a bit awkward. But anyways, I might have been, given a little crank mid-sleep
Oh, far out.
to ease the tension,
Yeah.
And then they woke up and they said they also told their mom that. And they're like, that gave me the ick. I'm like...
What are you doing hanging out with people that have that kind of relationship with their mom where they're saying, I slept over at this guy's house and he was jerking off in the middle of the night.
I know. Well, when you say it like that, it does seem a lot weirder, but I'm like, it's my house, and like, you're already having sex with me. What's weird about me jerking off in here? It's my apartment. Hater shit right there. It's my house. It's my home. It's my housing.
Did they make you get renter's insurance?
They did, but then for some reason I think the plan bounced, so I don't know if I have it right now or not.
Hell yeah.
Sure hope nothing bad happens, because I do have water leaking in the bathroom right now. In the roof. Yeah, but that's upstairs shit, so I don't think, like, I think if it comes from them, they gotta fucking...
Do you know your neighbors?
No, not really. I mean, I have talked to them once or twice. I feel like it's awkward now because, like, I didn't hear a single sound from them for, like, 6 months. And then, like, I got rejected really hard one night while I was out and around with somebody. And I come home, I close that door, and then I learned that their bed is right above that doorway area right there because they are going at it like insano style. Just
like
absolutely breaking her back. And I'm like, you've been silent for 6 months and then you do this at my time of darkness. And plaster started falling from the ceiling. I was like, yeah! The universe just pushing it in my face. And that's when I thought to myself, I'm like, other people's happiness can't take away from my happiness, you know?
Yeah, but it can, though.
Yeah, it does get annoying. It does get annoying. It gets annoying.
It can, dude.
It gets annoying. So once I finally started seeing somebody, I'm like, I'm being as loud as I can.
Like stupid people that are happy.
Oh, jeez.
That steals my happiness.
Especially in fucking comedy, man. You got people who are absolutely not only not great comedy-wise, but they're not very smart or intuitive either. And they're just getting spots. And not necessarily at the club here, because it's a lot more harder competition. But, I mean, in the open mic scene, for sure. A lot of...
Oh, yeah. No, I don't... I mean, I need to hit the mics just for my personal development, but bless your heart, I don't miss it.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking on the way over, I was like, okay, I don't know what Boden's going to hit me with, like if it, you know, like if we're going to have like bullet points or whatever, but I was like, I feel like we needed to talk about how it's... Some things shouldn't be said, but also some things should just be ignored and they'll go away.
Yeah, I think that's a point people
because
don't talk about
when
enough.
You take a position, like, so it's like comedy, as far as creative communities, right? It's got the lowest barrier of entry.
Lowest.
All you have to do
to
do comedy is put your name on a piece of paper, right?
You don't even have to be 21 to get in most of these bars either to do the comedy.
Yeah.
Like, you'd think it'd like...
Yeah, I mean, when I was playing in bands, we were... there was a couple times we were playing at bars before we were 21, and we would have to stay outside. Then, when it was our time to play, we'd load in, play, load out, and then leave.
That's
but we were still... It was cool as fuck, because we were like, you know, 20 years old. Like, I've been performing at the White Rabbit for like over a decade.
Hell yeah.
So I love them over there.
Luke Franklin from Martinsville, he performs mostly in Bloomington. He's only 20 years old. Last week he came out to FSB because they let him come in, but they won't let him in at Liberty Street. So what he did is he sat out there and popped up a little open mic, or not an open mic, a podcast for everybody coming out of the open mic. It was really rad. It was actually really cool.
That's a fun angle.
So I'll probably shout out Luke Franklin and the Mama's Garage podcast, yeah, and then put something up for that. I really love Luke, but
I don't know if I met him.
If you ever do, you'll like him.
Yeah, I feel like Liberty Street's a lot more worried about excise, which makes sense because they're actually like a bar.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's like the only person who cares is the bouncer there. And to be fair, that's his job.
Yeah,
I don't.
In his defense,
I don't hate him. I don't hate him for his job. I hate him for his smug attitude. Okay, here's why. I was smoking.
Attitude's one thing. Yeah.
I was smoking weed out here, and this is what he said to me. He said, "If it's not tobacco, don't smoke it on the premi." I was like, what
That's
the
not
fuck
even-
does that mean?
Yeah, it doesn't even sound good.
I'm like, what
It
the
sounds like he's stoned.
He is like
Is he the same guy that's been there a bit?
maybe fucking older gentleman, moon glasses, fucking gray ponytail. He looks like I don't even fucking know. I just don't like the guy. He just got a fucking shitty attitude. I'm like, I get it. Just tell me to go over there with it, or just be like, don't smoke it. Don't fucking be like that. And then he's got like a smug attitude. Like he's always got an opinion on things. I'm like, we don't care.
It's okay to have an opinion on things.
I wish I had examples other than that.
No,
Smoking
I mean,
on the smoking on the
just...
Premi thing is a funnier example.
That sucks. I'm just
he just blows.
I'm just trying to challenge you.
Yeah,
You know?
I remember the other night, the other week we were talking mad shit about him. They're like, "Watch out, he'll hear," and I'm like, "Oh, I would sure fucking hate it if he heard how much I fucking hate him." I don't know, but yeah, maybe we should get into some of the segments we got going on here.
Okay.
We've got both of our weekly confessionals out of the way, so let's get to the quick profile.
Are you checking these off?
No, I'm just.
Because what if we fucking do the confession again?
I have them all segmented out, so I have them divided, so I know where to go from here. We're going to start with our quick profile. This is a good way for me to get a good idea of you as a comic. So we're going to do this as fast
What about me as a person?
We'll get into that into the interview questions, and along the way, we'll get your sense of tone and values.
I love when you fucking tap into the fucking host. Like, we'll get to that. It's like, all right,
but as I said, starting the quick profile, what is your age, sir?
34.
34, that is a good age. Now, how long have you been doing stand-up comedy?
I started when I turned 30.
Okay.
I started too late.
Yeah.
I should have started earlier. I would have been bad longer, but God willing, would have been further along than where I am.
I can't imagine you, like, any younger than you are. I guess I could if I really tried, but this feels like your prime state right now. In my opinion. But, keep going on. What would you say are, like, your top 3 comedy influences overall? It doesn't have to be stand-up necessarily, but...
My parents were both really funny.
Parents?
I'm sure, I got some of it from them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know. I've been told I have a unique perspective,
mm-hmm.
and talk about, like, I don't know. I don't hear other people doing, like, jokes about Standard Oil or the Edmund Fitzgerald.
No.
No. And maybe that's why they don't go great when I do them, But I don't know. It's like, I don't know. I just like experiencing new things and then finding something funny about it and sharing that with people.
Would you say there's like specific comedians or television shows or anything like that?
Stephen Wright was probably my first favorite.
Stephen Wright?
My dad showed me him. It was really like my dad. We'd watch comedy specials like Richard Jeni.
Mm-hmm.
He played the best friend in Jim Carrey's The Mask.
Yeah.
He had a great stand-up special that I've watched since then, and it's like, okay, well, it's not real. I don't know. But it was very influential at the time. It made me want to do that kind of,
mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? But Richard Jeni was cool. Stephen Wright, obviously Mitch Hedberg. I really liked Dimitri Martin.
Yes.
I haven't kept up with his career
mm-hmm.
Because I don't care enough to. And I know he's come to town a few
mm-hmm.
times, but I don't have the money to, you know what I mean?
His tickets, go for a little more than what I'm used to.
Because he usually comes to the Murat.
Yeah.
But I really enjoyed his TV show that they gave him on Comedy Central. It started at the same time as Tosh.0,
mm-hmm.
but then his show, I think, was not as popular and cost more money to make.
Mm-hmm.
And so it got canceled.
Yeah,
but then Tosh.0 went on for like a decade.
Mm-hmm.
And so I always thought it was really interesting because Tosh.0 was kind of like lowbrow, kind of just like...
It was edgy humor.
And then Dimitri Martin's show, he was like doing sketches as like Greek philosophers with John Benjamin and stuff, And it's like, okay, well, obviously you know which one's going to make it.
Mm-hmm.
But I like Dimitri Martin's show. I like, all the whiteboard stuff was whatever. But I like, I'm noodling on your guitar while we're talking. Like I like.
Have you seen his black and white special that he did?
Mm-mm.
I forget what it's called exactly. It's probably like Dimitri Martin in black and white or some shit. But he has a special that's in black and white, and he does some very interesting bits in there with like the different mediums he's working with. Because obviously his specials are a little more creative and a little more. There's a little more components going on to it. Than
I like that
special.
too. Because like he's also it's pretty common to like. Law school to stand-up pipeline. Like locally, Connor Delahanty.
Love Connor.
He's a lawyer.
Yeah.
Dimitri Martin went to law school, dropped
so
out. I tried to go to law school. I got waitlisted.
I thought I was going to be either a lawyer, a therapist, or an architect. Turns out, I don't like studying.
Yeah.
I don't like studying.
Well, that means you were pursuing the wrong fields, because you like doing comedy, you like doing this, you know what I mean? And, you know, I'm sure you read the owner's manual on these microphones. No?
No. I let Max
Are they on right now?
That's a good question. No, I let Max.
Are we just talking to your cats right now?
Maybe. I have recorded an entire episode and then not gotten it out, but luckily my bars are doing my thing. As far as my setup goes, I kind of just let Max the dad tell me what to do. I was watching his podcast a lot.
You shouldn't let anybody tell you what to do.
No. I was just like, I have no idea how what equipment to use, how to run things or at all. And so I was watching his podcast at the time, back when he was talking very specifically about stand-up, and he was like, yeah, get the Yeti mics, get the fucking whatever the camera is, and use OBS, and that's worked out for me.
I like
just
OBS.
Fine. OBS is pretty chill, yeah.
Did you go to Best Buy? Where'd you get all this?
Amazon. I shouldn't.
People don't like going to the store anymore.
It was when I didn't have my car anymore. It was like right after I lost my car, and I lived out in the country in a shack. So I was kind of like, I gotta get this shit delivered.
Yeah, I guess
I'm
speaking from a place of privilege, huh?
I'm not trying to be like
Fuck
that.
me then, huh?
No, and I feel bad because I don't like Amazon as a company. They're horrible, terrible people. But the deals are
but when
fucking
you want to
insane.
start a podcast?
Yeah. That's the other thing. The person I've been seeing has been going around telling everybody that I have a podcast.
Oh, geez.
and they're
So this episode might have listeners?
Yeah, and they were like, yeah, every time I tell someone, they're like, oh my god, I can't believe this. And I'm like, well, is that the first thing you say about me? And they're like, yeah. I say you're a comedian and you have a podcast. I'm like, yeah, of course I'm a
podcaster. Oh, geez.
And then you're like, and then he jerked off next to me while I was asleep. I'm like, yeah, they're not going to fucking like me.
I told my mommy of a podcast.
Yeah, I'm just like...
And it's not against talking to your mom, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I talk to my mom every once in a while. But it's just like, that no filter, just like, oh, yeah, no,
yeah. My opinion is there's just, like, certain things that are just, like, maybe they're weird, but they're not harmful in any way. But if you tell those enough to the people surrounding you, they're obviously going to encourage however you feel about it.
Mm-hmm.
So if you go to them every other day and you're like, there's this other thing that bothers me, they're going to be like, yeah, that's
add it
shit.
to the list, yeah.
So then eventually everyone around you is not going to like this guy you're with when they don't have a lot of context for what this person's like in the real world or
I think
what's
the
going
important
on.
thing is, do you like the guy they're with?
Yeah, I like me. I think I'm pretty chill.
I'm
pretty chill. Yeah. You know, granted, I have a lot to work on. And I can be very awkward to be around sometimes. I'm learning.
Sure.
I'm learning. Yeah.
You told me you've been naked in this room.
Almost more. Definitely more than I'm not. Definitely more than I'm not.
I guess I'm glad this isn't just an audio-only podcast.
We're sitting on the only two pieces of furniture here that don't have my balls on them. Like,
the TV?
No, the two chairs we got. I'm sure
that means you put your balls on the
TV. My balls have been on the TV, like displayed on the TV before, yeah. But yeah, no, this is a one-bedroom apartment, and I have that brand of autism where I don't like wearing clothes whatsoever, which I didn't know was an autism
like
thing until recently.
Sensory thing.
Yeah, I don't like the way clothes feel at all.
That's why I like wearing baggy clothes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, just like when I'm at home, it's like I'm gonna be under a blanket the entire day, which is basically.
Do you have a weighted blanket?
No, just a thick comforter.
Yeah.
But in a way, wearing a blanket all day is like wearing much more padded, more.
Have you ever tried a robe?
Clothes. I do have a robe, yeah.
Yeah, robes are cool.
Yeah, I do like a good robe, and I do have one, and I do wear one periodically when it's cold. My problem is, like, if you can see over there, which no one on screen can, I have a fuck ton of laundry that I'm having an issue getting washed, so I have to do little loads at a time.
What are you talking about? You live right next door to the laundry room.
Washer broken.
Good.
So I have to wash everything by hand with one of those agitator boards, like old style.
Oh, far out.
So
I didn't know you were a grandma.
Exactly. But, so I gotta do smaller loads, and then, because... Fuck you! Grandma's gotta do smaller loads, ladies and gentlemen. But, no. But because there's no rinse cycle, it takes, like, twice as long to dry, so you're using up a lot of quarters that way, and sometimes 3 times as many quarters, and...
They have
just
those ones, like a small little pod thing that has like a foot that you can spin it around with your foot.
Yeah, and now that you say that, that does sound like something.
It's like a salad spinner.
Yeah.
They've got foot-based salad spinners.
I'm going to write that down.
I bet they have them on Amazon.
Just Duncan Kissinger coming in, let me use your little heater thing, tell me about this washer that you make it.
I love stuff, and it might be one of my biggest issues is that I love stuff.
Me too.
But it's like, I think it's like, I like my stuff. I think I've gathered cool stuff, you know, like, and I think I want to be remembered by my stuff. You know?
It's very Egyptian of you.
Yeah. I want somebody to come and be like, wow, he really had some cool stuff.
Yeah.
You know?
To be fair, that is kind of how most people are remembered when they die. They go and your entire family goes in this room where some guy's like, this is the stuff he had.
Yeah.
Pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
And their reaction is either like, yes
Nobody
or no.
will know me until they go through my stuff. And that's tough.
For me, that's a scary idea.
Isn't it? No one will truly know you in life until they go through your stuff. And then they're like, oh, this was Boden.
Mm-hmm. See, like, I feel like I'm going to die, and I'm going to, in my last moment, I'm going to be like, okay, the search history's gone. Nobody's got my passwords anyways. I'm good. Not that I'm into
Well, what's wrong with search history?
I just don't want people know what my porn categories are. I do indulge in the pornographies at times. But my point is...
You showed them your driver's license?
Yeah. Wait, who? Oh, no, I got that fucking... I got that NordVPN.
You gotta...
Shout out NordVPN. They are not...
I'm sure they're an Israeli company.
Probably are. I'm sure I'm...
We made it so far before.
I'm sure I'm supporting so many bad companies, but... Yeah.
Well, no, it's just like VPNs, I think, are like how you open with the confessional. It's like, oh, no one will know what you're looking at except us.
Yeah, they definitely know. Granted, I could probably go into my list.
I'd rather, but I haven't been searching anything bad, but I'd rather the people closest to me know my search history than an Israeli company.
Mm-hmm.
Because fair. The people closest to me, I feel like are less malicious.
Yeah, and also, like, I don't know. Everybody's got their little secrets. Their little things that they're into. But that sounds so weird. I'm trying to get on to my next point. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, my main point is I'm gonna feel like I'm dying. And I'm like, good, search history's clear, everything's fine, I'm good. And then somebody's gonna find like a journal entry from like 12 years ago. It's just like the weirdest drugged out fucking ramble ever, and they're gonna be like, he was a psychopath. Like,
yeah, well, journaling's a psyop too.
Well, journaling's dangerous.
Yeah, it is.
Never write down your feelings.
No, because then it legitimizes them.
Mm-hmm.
Gives them power over you.
Yeah. Granted, I did just finish the first time I've ever actually gone through an entire journal before. Like I started.
Oh, that's cool.
I started it right when I got through my big breakup, which was like 4 years, and then my partner was abusing me physically. So that was a pretty big deal, and so I got the journal to kind of deal with all that. And then, like, 2 weeks ago or something like that, I was like, I haven't really written in a while, so let me put something in. And then I'm like, oh, I'm on the last page. And then I felt, like, really, like, kind of bittersweet about it.
What are you going to do with it?
I don't know. I mean, I'm going to read it back and forth every now and then to get just... Because, like, there's lists on there of things that I've thought about. There's, like, different ideas for how to improve myself. And then there's just... some entries that I need to reread because it reminds you of how you felt about things at a certain time.
Yeah.
But,
I was also being flippant and silly when I was saying journaling.
I know. I know.
It can be valuable.
It can also be very silly. Like
I think my aversion to writing stuff down came from, I was in elementary school, and I was beefing with a buddy who, I don't know, I don't remember the substance of the argument, but it was just some elementary school beef. Yeah. And he, talking shit back and forth. But this was like a homie, you know what I mean? And so I wrote a note that said, I'm going to shove a pencil up your ass. And it got...
Showed the teacher?
Well, it got to the principal. and so I got in trouble for it, and so my dad was like, never write anything down.
This is single greatest.
And then, like, in middle school, the conversation started happening with, like, extended family. Like, what do you want to be when you grow up? You know what I mean? Looking for more concrete answers than, like, an astronaut or a firefighter, Like, actually, like, what do you want to... Yeah. And I was like, I think it'd be nice to be a writer. And my uncle was like, no, there's too many writers. Damn. Don't do that. And so now I can't journal. I can't access my feelings. My stand-up is suffering. God. I have no disciplined writing practice.
I think uncles are responsible for 90% of comedians out there, honestly. They're just like...
Yeah, for better or for worse, yeah.
For better or for worse. Yeah. No, I get that. I remember in elementary school, I once, not shove a pencil up your ass, but I called a kid a punk.
I was pissed. You're not thinking rationally when you're upset. That's why they want us upset all the time, so that we can't think rationally. So yeah, I set out. Funny. Yeah, I'm gonna shove a pencil up your ass. It would have been better. Like, I don't know. Like, it is like a little gay as a threat, right? Like, it could have just been, I'm gonna stab you or I'm gonna kill you.
That's a perfect.
Those are a little more actionable threats, though. You know what I mean? But it's just like, I'm gonna. Yeah,
that is just a quintessentially perfect life lesson.
I didn't tell you that to fucking like analyze the.
That's a great life lesson, though. It's a great way to learn that. Yeah. It's just like...
Don't write anything down.
If you're going to threaten someone especially, don't write it down.
Yeah. And now we have...
Our president should work on that.
And now everything's being backed up online. Imagine if I said that on Facebook.
Yeah. Right, yeah. But I did something like that in elementary school. I called a kid a punk or whatever, and I said, like, I'm in charge.
What, you gotta do whatever...
No, I just, like, I don't even remember why. He also was a friend, and I was just like, yeah. When you're a kid, like, the difference between, like, your best friend and somebody you're going to, like, treat absolutely horrible, awful is so thin. Like,
oh, yeah.
It's just
like when you're a kid, you only have friends and people you don't know.
Yeah, and you just push boundaries. Like, that's a lot of growing up is pushing each other's boundaries, especially for guys, at least.
Oh,
fucking boys in elementary to middle school age are the fucking worst. Just demons. But, yeah, that quick profile didn't go quick at all. We're still... we got 2 more to go.
Where are we at?
We're at number 4. What is your favorite part of comedy so far?
When it's over. Driving home with $10 in my pocket.
Hey, there we go. You're getting paid? That's cool.
No, I mean,
yeah,
doing it. It's the only good part is doing it.
The being on stage.
Even bad shows are fun. Mm-hmm. Like I'll go to a place and it's not conducive to what's about to happen there. And this is all based on things in the past. No one's booking me right now.
Yeah.
I'm not getting booked. I'm not going to mics. I'm real. I
You're
don't know what I'm doing here.
You're on the Byrd is the Word podcast.
But doing it, like, you'll go to a place. It's like, okay, this is going to suck. It's going to be, but it only sucks because it's hard.
Yeah.
And it's not. We like it when it's easy, when it goes well, when it's great, when everything's perfect. But even when it's not, it's like, well, that was fun.
I know I've left a couple of shows where I've done like very, very well, and it wasn't enough. And then I've had shows where I did kind of
enough
mid.
For you.
Yeah, there's just like it was good. It was good enough that I was like, now I want to pick it apart and tear it apart. But then I've had mid shows where I leave them and I'm like, that was really fun and and I was just like vibing. I was liking it. Sometimes doing well isn't everything.
Yeah.
Sometimes there's a lot in like the trying to figure it out. You know?
Yeah. There was.
That's how I get away with bombing. Is I say I'm like, I'm figuring it out. Yeah. That's what I enjoy about it. Yeah. I like the bomb. I love it.
True or not, yeah. I mean, I'm not going to remember exactly how he said it, so I'm not going to attribute it to him specifically, because I'd hate to paraphrase and miss the essence of it. But I was driving to a show with somebody, and they're like, something about you always got to do it for something, and sometimes it's just for money.
Yeah. I'm trying. That's where I'm kind of getting at. Is I'm trying to turn at least my show running into a business. For a while, it was a social thing. I was just trying to get out of the house after a breakup and meet people. I had the dumb idea. So I knew going into it, it wasn't how I was going to get laid, but I was like, it'll get me closer to girls. Like, it'll, like, open mics, I'll be around people.
I will be socializing.
I'll be around people.
That's what draws a lot of people in.
Yeah. But then I got, like, one mic in, I'm like, oh, half the dudes here are in this to get laid. And we all kind of figured out the same thing, which is that's not how this works at all.
Yeah.
And then it became about socializing. Like, I really like Fountain Square Brewery. It's changed in a lot of ways, good and bad. But there's a lot of, like, history in that room, and I really like. I just like going there every single Wednesday. Wednesday is my favorite night of the week because I go to the 2 mics and I like talking. But now I'm getting to the point where I'm like, that's all great, but it's time to start moving forward on things. And I'm extremely young in my career, so that's a little whack to be
You're
like.
just extremely young. What are you? 20 what?
23.
Yeah.
23, yeah. But I am trying to like this year.
If the cops busted in right now. Me being 11 years older than you, I would have to explain why I'm here. Like, I'm on this child's podcast.
Yeah, I'm also autistic as fuck, bro. I don't know why I came up. I don't know where I'm going with that. Either way, least favorite part of comedy. Shit like that.
Least favorite part of comedy?
Yeah.
Other comics?
Yeah. Being on other comics podcasts.
Company excluded.
Yeah. I figured that was gonna kind of be the answer. It's just some people kind of fucking make it hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like being in the same room as some of them.
Mm-hmm. I remember I used to like.
It's just like, I don't know. I mean, I've been doing it 4 years, and so I've seen people come and go. I've come and gone, but it's just like some of the people that stick around shouldn't.
Mm. Yeah.
But it's like, but then you look at it, it's like, okay, so what are your goals with doing comedy? Do you is this what you want?
I want to be a star.
Yeah.
I got a lot of different goals for it, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah,
but
I
want to be
short,
big. I want to be
medium,
big.
and long-term goals, right? Yeah. Some people just like getting out of the house. Some people are fucking nuts, and they know if they put their name on the paper, they can yell at a room full of people. And some people like saying really disgusting things to a captive audience. Mm-hmm. There's a lot.
I do. It is fun. It's just you got to know the right toe line, and you got to have some smart behind it. These people don't.
Sure. Oh fuck.
They're just crazy.
But I mean, also it's in the service of being funny. Like a lot of people have the very juvenile understanding of just like if they have a visceral negative reaction, that means I'm brilliant. That means they can't handle the truth. That means all of these things. It's a very like it's like similar to toddlers when they learn to act out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right.
And these people are everywhere.
There's a lot of comics who are like, I'm a fucking rebel. I say things. I say the things people are afraid to say. And I'm like, you mean that you raped a dog? Like,
yeah. It's
all shit that you shouldn't say.
Yeah, it's like you can, if you have any ounce of intelligence, you can suss out the difference between like things nobody's saying because they shouldn't be said, and things nobody are saying because everybody's too stupid to make that connection.
Yeah.
So some people think they're doing that. They're like, nobody's. I'm seeing things in such a way that nobody gets it, and then sometimes it's like fucking like combinations of words that should not be.
Yeah. Weirdly enough, I'm finding that they, even though it's small, they have their audience out there, and that's why maybe some of them get away with like being like this. I had a show recently, and somebody was like, "You're like the best. You were the best set of the night." I was like, "Okay, that's great. I don't believe you, but thank you." And then they asked to take a picture with me for the Instagram. I was like, "Cool, awesome." And then I was actually really happy, and then they went to start saying something, and then the first sentence out of their mouth, I was like, never mind. They were like, yeah, that's what I like about comedy, is because people are afraid to say things anymore, and they're just, everything's so politically correct now. I'm like, God damn it, don't loop me in with these people, okay?
Yeah,
I'm like... I'm not that kind of comic fan. I just said some weird shit.
I think what you're learning is that people suck.
Yeah, they do. Like,
people are dumb.
8 out of 10.
People suck.
8 out of 10 people.
And everybody's mentally ill. Everybody's an addict. Like, I was thinking about this earlier today. The whole idea of neurodivergence versus, like, being neurotypical. I think it's similar to, like, in economics, where... all of the basic understandings of economics are based on like a rational man. Like it's all modeled off of a fictional like origin point. So it's just like, well, a rational person behaves this way in a rational market. And it's like, okay, none of that exists.
Yeah.
So it's like everybody like so I guess I'm saying like neurodivergence only exists in relation to being neurotypical. I don't think anybody is that.
I don't think so. Because anytime I've met someone who's like seemingly like the most normal person I've ever met, they're the nuts. Weirdest fucking person.
They're delusional.
Yeah.
If it's not depression, it's delusion.
Yeah, it's like I just don't believe this person's a real person. Like they're like what? I do get that. Yeah, you're that's pretty fair.
I was just thinking about that.
I think the least favorite part of comedy. I think I'm going to keep asking this question, and I think it's always going to be the comics. I think that's going to be...
Okay, so I will kind of qualify that a little bit. My least favorite thing about everything is other people. But my most favorite thing about anything, also other people.
Yeah. That's my favorite part.
Unfortunately, it's up to them rather than me. You know what I mean? But I'm pretty good at meeting people where they are. And then if I don't like where you're at...
Yeah, you met me here.
No, I met you when you came to pick up the fucking... not shop vac. Space heater. No, I think I'd seen you at like a mic or two and then saw on Facebook you needed one or something.
Yeah, I think we knew each other just a little bit by then. I think I've been to Half Leader once or twice.
Yeah, people are the worst. People are the best.
That is true. It's
frustrating. We can move on. No. I'm sorry, we got a long sheet left.
We got plenty to... Yeah. We'll do a quick game of Hot Take Smasher Pass. This is where I'm going to...
The part I was not looking forward to. Why do you think I'm rambling so much?
I felt like this could be quick. I don't think that... And they're not like hard hot takes at all. They're fun little things. Okay. It's more just like a little way to like... I don't know, see where your reign... I don't even know how to describe what I'm looking for right now. It'll just give a little more flavor what Duncan is without getting too hard into why we hate certain things about comedy. Because not everything has been. Okay, so, if you agree with it, it's a smash. If you don't, it's a pass. We can just go through these, okay? Hot take number 1, bicycles don't belong on roadways.
So, I would say smash if I agree that bicycles should not be on roadways?
Yeah.
Well, this is a tough one.
Mm-hmm.
It really is, because, legally, they're supposed to be, right? So I wouldn't want to be on the record taking a position in opposition to the law.
Of course not.
Right? So I don't want to be on the record and say
nothing illegal goes on this podcast.
I think bikes should be on the sidewalk, because then if anybody were to hear this and ride on the sidewalk, they'd be like, oh, I heard on a podcast that I should do this. Right? Mm-hmm. And a lot of people say they heard things on podcasts, and then that changes how they live their life.
That is true.
And we are, unfortunately, doing what we're doing. Somebody's going to say, oh, I sleep naked because Boden does.
At least 6 or 7.
So I will say this. I think if we are going to have bikers be in the road, we should take better care of the roads.
Mm-hmm. Invest a little more in
because with lanes. Potholes,
the potholes are terrible.
You got cars swerving to miss a pothole,
swerving right into Boden.
And so, would you rather get smoked by a door dasher in the street on your bike, or would you rather get smoked by somebody who is driving to their co-working space on their electric scooter on the sidewalk?
That's a fair point. And the scooter is a good point, because I have a bike, but I don't get to use it right now because I need to fix it. Yeah, I need to fix it. But right now I use a scooter, and people have yelled at me while I'm on the sidewalk on the scooter, and you're not supposed to be. It does say no riding on the sidewalk. But
you're not supposed to wear a helmet.
I know, and I do have a helmet,
you're
so I should.
Be 18.
How did you know I wasn't 18, bro?
No, I'm just saying, I see people, you're also only supposed to be on the scooters one at a time. I've seen people with their children on them. And I remember when they first had I think Byrd was first, and then Lime kind of came second and took off. But when Byrd first came to town, there were FFA kids getting smoked by cars coming out of parking garages.
Well, and another thing, I'll see kids on there, and if your arms are above you or even like this, and you're riding a scooter, you're already fucked.
Yeah,
that's not how you're supposed to be able to pivot that machine. It's a downward, and the physics of it are fucked. But my point was, I remember this one fucking roided out motherfucker yelled at me. He's like, "Why don't you drive in the road, you fucking retard?" I'm like, have you been on one of those scooters, hit one of these Indianapolis potholes, and then had to run out of the road because there's a car about to hit you?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I got that electric scooter I won at a raffle in September. I rode it to work at Helium for months, and then I hit a piece of glass in the street. And I've had a flat tire.
It's fucking wild.
And there's the only scooter shop in town is in Carmel.
Yeah. I think a bike you can get away with being in the roads. I think the bike lanes aren't the greatest here, but they're pretty aight. But scooters...
I mean, the bike lanes we have, nobody uses. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
They're putting them on main thoroughfares that aren't nice to ride your bike down.
That's fair. But
we need more...
Scooters are
definitely... We need to take up all the railroads. No more trains.
No more trains.
No more,
No more trains. I want my wife back.
What?
No more trains. I want my wife back. The words of a dying cuck. It doesn't mean anything.
Okay.
The joke is my wife's
having a train. I thought it might have been like the new 6-7.
No, the joke is my wife's having a train ran on her and I want her to come home.
Oh, no more trains. Yeah.
No more trains. Yeah. I want my wife back.
I thought maybe she was autistic in the basement playing with her trains. Look at me with my wholesome mind, you sicko.
If I can trick someone into marrying me, they are going to be a trains in the basement kind of person.
Yeah, I guess all you need is a train. You do have a basement apartment.
Yeah, I live in the basement.
Wait, real quick. I didn't say smash or pass.
You're right.
I can't say one way or the other.
Okay, how about this?
It's a very nuanced issue.
I think bikes, it's up in the air. I think scooters belong on the sidewalks, personally.
I think everybody should be in the road.
Yeah. Well, that's what the roads were originally intended for back in, up until, I think 1930s or whatever. People were supposed to be walking in the roads and cars had to, just be real slow and shit. Either way, on to the next hot take. Hot take number 2. The color for math is blue. As in, the color you would associate with math would be blue. You're not feeling it? What color do you feel is blue? Or is math?
I mean, I feel like each function has a different color.
Each function?
Yeah.
Well, like...
So I'd say, like...
If I had to break this down, what color do you think your math folder would be? Like, your... if your math folder was, like, blue, science is green. I feel like science is green.
Yeah.
Science is always going to be green.
Yeah.
English feels blue to me. Math feels red to me. Because I don't like math.
Yeah. I was going to say red or yellow.
Yeah, red. That seems about right.
Yeah, because my 2 favorite colors are blue and green, and so my favorite classes would be those colors.
Yeah.
Which would usually be, like, language arts, English, and then,
Yeah, I feel like history is yellow for me. This is a whole synesthesia thing, associating colors with non-colored attributions.
Well, because have you ever thought about it, though, like, kind of how I mentioned with, like, okay, so, like, addition is a color, subtraction is a color.
I get what you're saying, yeah. Addition feels red to me. Subtraction feels blue to me. Multiplication. What does it?
I feel like multiplication feels green.
Green, yeah.
Yeah.
Division feels purple to me.
Yeah. I'm not playing. I was about to say that. Division's purple as hell. Division's purple, bro.
Our synesthesia is synced, fam.
Yeah. That's so funny.
Okay, so we're passing on color for math is blue.
Yeah,
math is red.
Math's red. Everybody knows it.
Hot take number 3. Cake is the worst dessert. I think I'm a smash on this, but I feel like there's some room for it because dessert's pretty open-ended territory, I feel.
Well,
because like most breakfast is kind of dessert.
Yeah. So I guess I'm thinking cake.
Cake.
Like traditional, like...
White fluffy cake, I'm assuming.
Yeah. I mean, I would agree with that. I would say if I wanted to fuck up the format of this section anymore, I'd be like, well, what about carrot cake? What about
carrot
cheesecake?
Exactly. Carrot cake's great. I think cheesecake feels like it's its own thing.
Yeah.
Because, like...
But still, if we're the cake umbrella, is it just like birthday cake? Birthday cake sucks.
I think we're talking like a cake substance. I think like the material of it, because like I feel like there's a distinction between like a dish under the cake umbrella, and then like how a dough is a dough.
Yeah.
A cake is a cake.
Got it. Yeah.
But also, you can have Play-Doh.
I would agree, and I would say that the best are cheesecake and carrot cake.
Yeah, that's pretty spot on.
And apple pie.
Apple pie's pretty hype. I'm not a big pie guy. Not a big pie guy. You gotta put a lot of whipped cream.
Yes. With the pie, you think?
Yeah, either that or ice cream. Ice cream's pretty dope on some apple pie.
Yeah.
But yeah, slap that sour cream on my apple pie. Oh, jeez. Yeah, cake is... I think the problem is cake is just mass-produced now. Because I've had good, made from scratch cake before.
Oh, sure.
But you get a cake from Walmart.
Bad cake's bad.
Fucking awful.
Bad cake ruins it for good cake. And that kind of goes back to fucking open micers.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, this was one I got off the Reddit. I want to hear your take on this. Hot take. Actually, women should smile more. It's so fucking awful.
I think everyone should smile more.
That's exactly what all the comments said right under it, too.
Right?
It's like everyone should smile more, yeah.
Because,
I don't know.
Haven't there been studies done that, like, smiling, even if you don't have anything to smile about, makes you feel happier?
It does. I force myself to smile sometimes, and it helps. It does do it. Although, the thing is, I would smile a lot less if there weren't, like, some goth baddies with resting bitch face. Like, if that stopped being a thing, like, I'm not how am I going to jerk off anymore, my guy? Like, how am I going to feel anything?
If you start smiling?
No, if they start smiling.
Oh.
If there's no more goth baddies with resting bitch face, how am I going to get...
Yeah, you need your heels.
Yeah. That's my point on it. But yeah, I think that's a smash.
So everybody but goth baddies should smile more.
Everyone except goth baddies, or all girls, yeah. Yeah. Okay, hot take number 5. Imagine Dragons is a shitty band.
Fuck that, dude. Fuck that. You know how many people have been like, is this Imagine Dragons thing a bit? Like, are you joking? It's like, what? You've never seen anybody be earnest before?
I know. I came up to you at work and I was like, you gotta tell me, are you being real about this? Because I like this band and I want to talk about this.
You know what's crazy? You weren't the first person and you weren't the last person.
But people like the band, but you can't say that you like Imagine Dragons.
I mean, it's just one of those things. It's like, it's one of those things, it's good because it's supposed to be good. Mm-hmm. And so people who don't like it only don't like it because of the synthetic nature of it.
Yeah. And granted, they have some shit songs, but they have some really good songs.
Oh, yeah, but they don't play those on the radio.
I was really disappointed with the Loom album. I mean, it's pretty aight, but...
See, what I've done here is I sidestepped into a conversation about their whole discography, and I just like listening to the radio.
That's
and
fair.
They're on the radio.
That's fair.
So I'll talk to you about the radio songs.
Those are the good ones.
And maybe their live in Vegas concert, and how the recording kind of sounds shitty.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, they're a great band. I will say I've seen them live. I didn't really like them live, but I've been told they don't do as well when they're not in their home little areas. Like, they really...
The live videos I've seen, I haven't loved, but some bands are just better recorded.
I will say I remember watching... Because I got seated tickets at Ruoff to see them.
Ooh.
Yeah. Didn't like the seats at all. I don't know if you've been in the seats at Ruoff. They're not fucking comfortable.
I saw Willie Nelson front row there.
Really?
Yeah.
It had to have been a good concert. But I sat up there for like 3 or 4 songs, and then I went out and sat
the lawn.
Yeah, but my point is, like, I was close enough that I noticed the singer was doing these little ticks and shit. And it let you know that he was actually singing the song and doing all the stuff, which I liked. I don't know if that was his intention, but you could tell that
Tourette's?
No, just like he'd just make little fucking noises, almost you couldn't notice it unless you were watching close enough. But I was like, I can tell he's actually singing. This isn't lip syncing.
Yeah. Because
that wouldn't have been on a track.
Yeah.
Just go like to the side or some shit, or like, or just like move. And just, like, I'm just like. Maybe he does have Tourette's. I don't know.
It sounds like he was stimming.
I don't know. Maybe that's why he cheated on his wife. I don't know.
Did he?
I think so, yeah.
Maybe it was a sensory thing.
My thing is, like, they had the really good album with Mercury Part 1 and 2. And it was like,
I'm just pulling them up on Spotify so I can see what albums.
It was during COVID that it came out. And it was like a real, like, it was very emotional because a couple of people in his life died. Like, I think his best friend killed himself and then he lost his sister or something like that. So it was a really good album. Loved it. Beautiful songs. And then the next album comes out and it's there's a couple good songs, but it was very generic, very radio-centric, and not in a good way that I like. Like, we're not talking radioactive.
Is Bones that one, like, I feel it in my... No, that's radio.
Magic in my bones.
I don't know.
It's newer. It's a good one.
It's been streamed so much.
It's really good.
There's so many commas in their streaming numbers on Spotify. So tell me they're not a good band.
They're a great band. They're a great band. But their new album just didn't hit quite the same. Then I saw them live. It didn't hit quite right. And then he cheated on his wife. I'm like, man, you really put yourself in bad fit there.
Yeah.
But hey, rock and roll, am I right?
Evolve. I think that's the one that's got most of the songs I like on it. That was 2017.
Evolve's the best one. Because I remember
people think that the first Trump administration was so bad. Then explain to me how Imagine Dragons dropped Evolve in 2017.
I remember when Evolve came out because everyone was like...
talk about that?
I don't think people talk about, like, the time in which, like, everyone was so sure Imagine Dragons was going to just continue to make shitty fucking albums. Not that they have really any bad albums, per se, but people were like, never mind. All they have is Night Visions, their first album. Everything's kind of Smoke and Mirrors and them, blah, blah, blah. And then Evolve hit, and everyone's like, oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
This is the shit.
Oh, yeah.
I remember music changed a little bit after that.
Is that the one... sorry, I just started looking up AWOL Nation.
Mm-hmm.
I consider them similar.
They're
like goth Imagine Dragons.
Mm-hmm. They have a that's perfect actually.
Imagine 9 Inch Nails.
Imagine 9 Inch Nails. Oh yeah. Hot. Another hot take coming up. All men should pee sitting down.
I think all men should do what they want. You know? I think okay.
I don't like peeing sitting down. Because like I don't like putting my ding-a-ling inside the toilet to pee.
Well,
if you get what I mean.
The water's cold.
Well, like I just don't want to have to like break that. I don't want to put my ding-a-ling in the toilet. If that makes sense. Like it's not in it, but it's like in it. I don't know. Yeah. For a guy who's so messy, I'm very concerned about germs. So
I get that.
You know, I don't know. But, like, I do pee sitting down sometimes. It's just not convenient or comfortable.
I think they're...
Also, you stand up and a little more comes out. Sometimes. So it's not good principle.
I think there's a time and a place.
Yeah.
You know, I think if, let's say you're asleep and you wake up and you're like, I have to pee, it's the middle of the night.
That's perfect time.
No. Because then you fall back
fall asleep.
Yeah.
You're right.
But let's say it's hot out.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say you don't have a car right now, so you just walked.
Mm-hmm.
And you've got sweat in your butt cheeks. Pee sitting down. And then just wipe.
You're right.
People don't realize you don't have to poop to wipe.
That is the greatest quote of all time.
You don't.
You don't. You don't have to sweat. You can just do it for funsies. You know?
Yeah, you don't even have to be sweaty.
You just practice. You know?
Yeah.
Some people should just practice wiping, even when they're not shitting.
There again, I think I'm coming from a place of privilege, you know, because some people don't have access to toilet paper.
That's true.
Like, you know, during lockdowns, people don't have access to toilet paper.
That's true.
In other cultures, they don't have toilet paper.
Mm-hmm.
In Europe, they use bidets, so they don't. So you know what I mean. So I do acknowledge my Western privilege and wiping my ass whenever I fucking want.
Next hot take. Dead people aren't people anymore. This is a bit of a dark one.
No, smash. That's true.
Smash, that's true?
Yeah.
That's
easy peasy. Why'd you bury the easy one?
Dead people aren't people. That's fair. They're kind of just like a lump of
I think if you looked in a
carbon.
dictionary, it would say that. Dead people. Noun, not people.
Okay, that's fair. On to the next. Okay, this one. Maybe this one's more divisive. Shooting Harambe was justified.
Nah, I didn't like that.
No, that's fair.
I mean...
That's fair. It was terrible.
I'd say he shouldn't have even been there to begin with. I don't really like zoos.
I don't either. Okay, so my aunt and grandma used to work at the Indianapolis Zoo, so I used to go like 6 or 7 times a year for free. I used to love it growing up, but I just went way too many times.
Mm-hmm.
Stopped going for 6-7 years. God damn it, I keep doing that. 6-7, bro. But no. And then I went back as an adult thinking I'd like it, and I'm like, this is the saddest. Especially the alligators they got at the Indy Zoo right now.
Yeah.
They put them in like a fucking kiddie pool. I'm like, this isn't an exhibit, bro. This is like a fucking back room that you would shoot a fucking child porno in or some shit. This is sad.
I think if there were fewer zoos of higher quality, then I think... Because you don't need every metropolitan area having 2 of every animal.
Mm-hmm. I don't think Indianapolis needed a polar bear, honestly.
Yeah.
No one was like, you know what would fucking bring this city together? Solve all the, financial and racial disparities and everything. Polar bear.
But it's interesting because when I think about the Indianapolis Zoo specifically, I associate it with having a polar bear.
Well, and it doesn't now, though.
Yeah.
It hasn't for quite a while now. Like 5 years, I want to say, at least.
But I think it's just because when you get there, that's one of the first things.
Yeah. First things, it's before you go into the Seaway. I think now they got monkeys there or whatever. They got monkeys and a few. A lot of their exhibits are just like 6 or 7 random. God damn. It's a really bad habit. Dude, humanity's gonna be wiped out in some apocalyptic war, and the only thing that's gonna be left is like 6-7 into the side of Mount Roosevelt or some shit.
Like 6-7 people left to repopulate the planet.
Just 6-7. But no, like it's like now they're like putting like all these different animals in the same exhibit, and I'm like, that's cool. But I'm like, how are they getting the cheetahs to not eat the zebras and shit? I'm like, how are they
where they have like the big open, this is Africa.
Yeah, I mean, the lions are in their own thing, but I'm like, how are we getting them to not like be hostile? I don't know. Anyways, let's finish this up. Cereal is better without milk.
No.
Just no. Pass. Hard pass on that one. Can you think of any cereal that's better without milk? 'Cause there's gotta be. I'd almost say shredded wheat.
The Lucky Charms marshmallows. But that's literally it.
I don't like shredded wheat when it's too milky. I like it. I can fuck with just regular shredded wheat.
Yeah, wait till your molars go.
Yeah, well, I'm already missing a couple of them, actually.
Really?
Yeah, I got one that's rotting out right now. I'm also gonna miss this front tooth right here is coming out eventually. Unless I can get to a dentist on time to kind of like half it or whatever, but that one's gonna be gone eventually. And then this one is cracked in half, so I can actually split it in two. It's disgusting.
Whoa.
It's terrible.
You can hide your valuables in there.
I have the... Yes, I can.
Yeah, I don't have the safe.
Best...
I just have my fucking canine tooth that I... It's got, I keep my social security card in there, and my passport.
Hell yeah. I actually have the best teeth in my family, which is really sad considering I have maybe half of mine left.
Well, if you...
I can get them fixed someday. Maybe even soon, but I just gotta get it figured out.
There's an emergency dentist down on the south side. That has an office in Castleton also. That's where I went to get one of my wisdom teeth out. They do good work. They don't let you keep the teeth, though.
They don't keep the teeth?
They don't let you keep the teeth.
They don't let you keep the teeth?
Yeah.
Damn. I ran out of croutons for my salad.
Do you grind your teeth when you sleep?
So fucking badly. These canines used to be like vampire fangs, and I've ground them down basically flat. Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have a mouth guard?
No, I should get one.
Yeah, I just started. I've had one for years. I just started using it this past week. And it's hard to fall asleep with it in your mouth, but waking up, like, I don't have any of the, like, headaches from grinding, which I would get sometimes.
I also just clamp my jaw even like during the day. If I'm stressed at all, and I'll even like stop breathing. I'll just stop breathing and clamp my teeth, and then I'll be like,
oh yeah,
settle down.
Oh yeah.
I'm really bad about stress. Last year I started presenting new symptoms for my stress disorder that I hadn't even experienced before. My throat started closing down, like at open mics, couldn't breathe, and then what was the other fucking thing that kept happening? Oh yeah, like my fucking ears would start swelling up, and I just get fucking really tense and everything. And I thought I was like maybe getting sick, but it just kept happening for like months and months. Just stress whenever I would go out and just be super anxious about something.
Dude, the body keeps the fucking score, man.
Yeah. But our last hot take, and then we'll just get a couple questions out of the way after that. We should legalize and televise duels to the death.
I mean, it's going to happen soon, whether or not we think it should. You know, like, did you watch that Beast Games on Amazon?
I have not, but I have definitely seen a lot of clips from it.
Like,
they promote it.
We're not far off from Mr. Beast facilitating that.
No, not at all.
So, I don't think it needs televised. No. We don't need more violence on TV, but I will say that duels, people need called on their shit. I think that's one of the reasons we got where we are, is nobody's getting called on their shit. And then when people call somebody on their shit, it's usually without any names attached. Yeah. And it's just to rally people who agree with your position. And nothing is actually done to ostracize the object of your anger.
I think that's a Yeah, that's a pretty good point. That's really poignant for the Indianapolis scene. I know, not that we have to get into it at all, but we were just talking about some
out. Yeah.
Yeah, we just had some shit happen at an open mic apparently the other night, and looks like people are looking to make some corrective actions, but to do that, we actually have to name the people and actually make an effort to, I don't know, not give them stage time.
It's also, something you also got to look out for is a lot of these people that are nuts and saying out-of-pocket stuff are like ex-military.
Yeah.
Which is a trend that I've noticed. There are some veterans that are like stand-up, like, so that's not as much a statement on veterans as a group as much as it's just like a commonality.
No, there is like
some people who say out-of-pocket stuff.
There is like a pipeline from people who get out of the military and then go to stand-up comedy to use it almost therapeutically. Which I've been involved with that class. Yeah, and we know people that
and
are really cool people do that. But then there are other people who just I think they lack a nuance or they lack a certain awareness of things, and so they get into that pipeline, and then they end up being those people who just are fucking. They got some mental illness going on, maybe, on top of things.
Well, I think maybe more than that. Yeah, sure. But, like, then you have to look, okay, where did that come from? That came from having to see the horrors of battle. Or whatever. I guess what I kind of mean is just, like, what if these people are being sent to open mics to small cities to like as like an influence operation, just like we're going to go destabilize the comedy scene in this market by saying the word, like it's like how do you like, oh man, it's too late in the podcast to be going down this angle, but it's just like, okay, let's say that you are a person of means, and you're like, I want a world that is a surveillance state. Yeah. I want to know what everybody's doing all the time. I want a computer system that can predict what people are going to do and influence people in what they're going to do. So how do I get that to happen? And it's not just like making it happen, because people will be like, no, fuck that. You're not going to know what I'm doing. So what you need to do is you need to create an environment in which that end result is necessitated. So it's just like, oh, we need people saying vile things so that we can justify limiting free speech.
Damn.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like we're going to have bad actors go in and say slurs and a bunch of bullshit, and just like, and it's going to be a multiple pronged approach where it's like people susceptible to it are going to be like, oh, that's cool, I'm going to do what they're doing, and then you're ruining another person, because then they're going to go down that path. But then also you're getting a visceral reaction from people who are like, fuck that guy, fuck, you shouldn't be able to say whatever you want. Yeah. Because then once you get people saying you shouldn't be able to say whatever you want, then it goes up to a higher power that's just like, okay, we will use this computer system to determine what you can and can't say. If you say something like it's
if we work on like personal integrity and keeping people in check for their shitty behavior, I think that goes a lot farther than not doing anything and then getting to the point where you have to then take someone off a list or something like that. I can't really speak for the PSYOP thing, but that would be really fucking.
It's just
that
would
it's a thought function.
Experiment.
It functions.
It's a thought experiment.
That makes a lot of sense.
You know what I mean?
And people don't talk about how closely comedy and politics are tied anymore. Like, especially since the Trump era.
Talking about
they talk about it, but like they don't take it like seriously. It influences it.
Nobody's talking about how Indianapolis is like the esoteric capital of like the country. Like all the obelisks and shit we got downtown. And fucking Jim Jones started all of his churches here. The John Birch Society started here. Like it's like, well, it's a very weird place to be, man.
And did you know, like, this isn't a. Well, like the reason we have a lot of these obelisks in the switches, we get all the limestone from down south.
Oh yeah.
Almost all of the limestone used across the entire country for buildings is from literally like 100 miles south of here, which is insane. Like,
I'm just talking about like all the monuments and memorials, like from the Central Library down to the War Memorial.
Yeah. I think it's because we had a lot of excessive shit, and they're like, well, while we're at it.
It's also, I'm pretty sure, I'd hate to misremember this, the architect who laid out Indianapolis worked on the layout of Washington, D.C. So that's another parallel.
That would be cool. I
know
the limestone for the Washington Monument was used from.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But that's just,
The Empire State Building, too, right?
Yeah. Pretty much everything big, yeah. We're almost done here, but I got a few just general interview questions that I wanted to ask you because I want to get just some more ideas from you about like the local comedy scene and stuff like that, and just some ideas. First off, I ask everyone this question. This is more like just about you. Do you have any on-stage horror stories? Like any moments where a bit fucking fell apart terribly, or an audience member was maybe going out crazy? Or
well, this was before I started doing stand-up regularly. They had Yuck Fest. Which was before lockdowns. I don't remember if it was 2017 or 19. I want to say 17. But it was a comedy festival in town, and I got booked to do stand-up, just 5 minutes of stand-up, and then also the following night I got booked to do like a 30-minute like music set. And at the time when I was playing music, I had an Eeyore onesie that I had gotten at Target.
Yeah.
Because I had recently made some breakthroughs in coming to peace with how my brain works. I had like a 3-day weekend in a psych ward around that time. Got off of antidepressants, this whole thing. But I was being reborn. So I would open my set in the Eeyore onesie, and I would play Amazing Grace. And I'd sing Amazing Grace, and then I would click on my drum machine to start the next song, and I would strip off the Eeyore onesie, and I would be wearing a t-shirt that said, I won't go back to the old way of feeling bad, and a pair of Lululemon shorts to represent that I'm in control of my health now, right? And so and I was newly sober, you know what I mean? And it was this very vulnerable thing, and I was doing this at State Street Pub, and the person on a bar stool closest to me, probably about where the counter is over there, in the middle of this set, I don't know at which point, pretty early on, they just face plant on the ground and like pass out.
Damn.
And I was just like, bearing my soul more than like, than doing just telling jokes. I was like performing, and then I flipped out because I thought something nefarious had happened. And then it turns out that it was a comic from out of town, and they had Too Strong and Edible, and they were just super stoned.
Damn.
And they like, because you have to think about like the nerves just to perform sober. Like I'm starting to get better at it, but it's tough.
Yeah.
Especially in like a very fragile position. And so I was just like, what the fuck? I ended up flipping out on cam after the fact. But yeah, I don't know, a medical emergency. It might be, the horror story.
No, I get that.
Otherwise, it's all easy peasy.
Yeah. No, I've seen people go down like that. My mom took an edible up in Michigan, and she smoked for years, but she just miscalculated or whatever. Fucking hit the floor. Scariest thing I've seen.
Oh, yeah. I got really fucked up. The first time I went to visit my sister out in Portland, Oregon with my mom, as soon as we got there, I was like, I want to go to a weed shop. This was my first time around legal weed, and I got a little caramel thing. A really densely dosed caramel thing, and I had too much, and we were supposed to see Ben Folds, and we go to some bar before the Ben Folds concert, and I'm just sitting on a bench right by the elevator. It was like a rooftop thing. I'm just sitting, and security's right there. I'm just sitting. I'm just like, just like sweating. Just like, you know, when like a dose is like so high that it feels like psychedelic.
Yeah.
Even though it's just like a run of the mill, like, you know,
it's like shit's getting wonky.
And it was the first time, second time that my mom had seen me like on something.
Yeah.
And so I had to like pull myself together enough to say like, hey, everything's fine. I just need to go back to their apartment right now. Dude, and so they went and saw Ben Folds without me. And I went back to my sister and her, at the time, boyfriend's apartment and watched Jerry Seinfeld's newest special on their Netflix, because I didn't have Netflix at the time.
Yeah.
And then their roommate's dog was just licking my face.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. No, that's a...
So I get it.
No, you made a good point about how hard it is to perform sober. I've talked about it on the podcast before, that how I've struggled with addiction, especially last year was a crazy fucking year for me. But I find I perform so much better when I'm sober, but it's hard to keep the rhythm of it up, especially whenever I get like a card or whatever, because it's so just compulsive.
Yeah.
But it's so rewarding, but very tiring. I feel like when I get off stage and I've been performing sober, I'm just like sweating more. I'm just like, I'm funnier usually.
Yeah.
But like, it's taxing.
Yeah. It's just for me, when I first started stand up, I'd have beers, just a couple of beers, like 2 beers. Like 2 IPAs, 2 Hearteds, and I'd be like, I'm king of the world. Like, just the confidence boost. Just, like, being able to go up and do it.
Yeah.
It was never, like, I was never blacked out on stage. I blacked out playing in bands. You know? Like, I remember playing a show where I was drumming in a band, and I was falling asleep drumming.
Damn. That can't be good. I've fallen asleep while giving a girl head before. Dude.
I knew it was coming there.
Horrible thing you can do. I'm like, girl, you got me under this comforter. It's hot as hell. It's dark. You know, I've been here for an hour.
You know, being warm makes me sleepy.
I'm like, I'm doing my favorite thing right now, so I'm comfortable. I was like, yeah, of course I'm falling asleep. My neck hurts. Yeah, but what do you think Indianapolis as a comedy scene needs to work on, or what do you think needs to happen for us to start improving? Like getting more opportunities going, getting better like publicity, just everybody having a better time, I guess.
I mean,
that's a pretty weighted question.
So if I answer that question, who am I talking to? Because in the next 6 months, like this is what, 22nd. This comes out on the 1st.
Yeah. You're right.
There's going to be at least 3 people in the next week that start and stop doing this.
That's true. It does. There's a huge fluctuation.
It's like, anybody that it's really after 6 months, if I still see you around, it's like, okay, you're doing this, at least for now. And it's like, sure, I don't come around to Mike's as much anymore. I'm busy. I'm 34 years old.
Yeah, you got a life.
I'm being funny IRL. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't feel like in a position to be like, well, this is what should be happening. But it's just like, I feel like I guess we're talking to that level. Mm-hmm. We're talking to the local open micers, and because
because that's what most of our scene is.
Yeah,
it's a lot of
anybody
open mic, and then
anybody doing it longer than me only comes to a mic when they're getting ready for a show, which is fine. Mm-hmm. But then they still remain in this position as like a community stakeholder. It's just like, okay, well, the community is out doing all this stuff, and you're just on Facebook. Mm-hmm. So it's like, first off, people need to realize what happens on the internet isn't what happens in real life. Mm-hmm. People need to realize that the internet is bad, nothing good can come from it, and that you should spend less time on it. Mm-hmm. If you're going to be on the internet, you should be researching something, or listening to music, or, I don't know, checking your email.
Promoting a show is all
or promoting
I think
a show.
if I didn't have to promote my shows and the podcast and stuff, I'd never be on Facebook.
I deleted my Facebook, and then I got one again when I started doing stand-up, so I could see about comedy stuff.
Yeah.
And now I spend too much time on it, but just lurking.
Yeah.
So, yeah, don't be on the computer so much. Don't be on your phone so much.
Be at the open mic.
Write stuff. Understand the components of a joke.
That's very important.
Right? Just like very basic things. And being likable will get you far. And always tip your bartenders.
I always tip your bartenders.
I don't know. I think people need to look at why they're doing something.
Oh, yeah.
And really wrap their heads around and be clear with, don't lie to yourself. Don't lie to other people. If you're just spinning your wheels, if you just want to get out of the house, say that.
Just be upfront, yeah.
Just be like, oh, this is just something, I like the socializing. That's why you got it, you know what I mean?
You know what? Chris Owens is like that. Chris Owens.
Yeah, I love Chris.
I love Chris. He's a bit hard to be around sometimes, but other times he's a fucking killer.
Yeah.
But every fucking time he comes to an open mic, he makes it clear. He's like, I'm just here for fun.
Yeah.
I'm just here to see you guys and just hang out, have a good time. He won't let, I'm sure he's been on shows before, but he won't let me book him. Not that I'm not trying that
it's
hard.
A fun
He's
thing
got
to
his
do.
own stuff going on anyways, but like, yeah, he shows up and he's like very clear, like this is just a hobby for me, and he doesn't take up anybody's space. He goes last on the list most of the time, or he goes first to get it out of the way. You know, he's
yeah. Enjoy the hang while it's there, because.
And I'll say if you're a hobbyist and you're an open mic and you know you don't do that well anyways, maybe don't go up first.
Yeah.
Maybe don't go up in the first 5 or so. Yeah. If you got a crowd.
Just because you're the first one there doesn't mean you should go first.
Yeah. If you got a crowd there, don't walk the room immediately. If you don't have stakes in this.
Yeah. I think that's like being. That kind of goes back to just the being honest with yourself and others. Is like, okay, like, people hear what you say.
Yeah.
You know, and then once they hear what you say, they can think whatever they want. That's their right. And that might change how they act around you in the future. And so if you want to go around like Miley Cyrus riding a wrecking ball, then all you're going to be surrounded by is rubble.
So that's absolutely genius. There you go. I think I only have one more question for you, and then we can get this done and over with. Where do you want comedy to take you in the upcoming future? What is your personal outlook, either in the next few years or maybe something more coming up? What do you really want to get out of this?
I'd like it to be less popular so that less people continue doing it. So less that there are more opportunities.
Yeah.
I like performing in other places. I feel like I'm not writing enough to have new stuff every time I go up in Indianapolis, but I feel like I have enough solid stuff
to ding around,
that I feel proud of, that I'd like to share with other people who haven't heard it. I don't do enough of the cold calls with like, hey, here's a tape. You have no idea who I am, and also I don't think that really works as much. I
don't do it at all.
There's no, I don't know. There's no point
to
any of it. I'm enjoying doing it. I would like to continue to have opportunities to do it. I am busy enough and tired all the time that I don't always take an active role in finding those opportunities, but I'm always grateful when they fall into my lap.
There you go.
I'd like to keep doing it. I would like to record something in some capacity at some point, maybe not a full hour, but just like enough. I have enough to do like a 20, 30 minutes, just like, hey, this is what I'm about. Burn the material. I feel fine with that. I'd like to start an infrequent show. I think show running, I think that's a good way to have stage time, is to book it yourself, I guess.
Yeah, that's my methodology.
I would like to try that.
I find it very rewarding. I really like my shows, and I think I've gotten to do some good work for that room with my shows.
I also want to stop giving. So, like, I played in bands for over a decade. I've done paint. I've done a bunch of different artistic, creative things. I want to quit giving my stuff away for free.
Yeah.
I think it would be really nice if I could continue. I've got 4 people who fuck with my Patreon. If I had double digits, that'd be nuts.
I didn't even know you had a Patreon.
So I'd like to post more regularly on that. Mostly what I've been posting, very intermittently, but the expectation is low on deliverables, right? So people aren't just, jumping ship because, but I'm just like posting like sets that I've done live. I will post like, if I do like some guitar stuff with a loop pedal, post that, like as like a daily meditation, just like ambient stuff like that. So I'd like to continue to do that. I think that paywalls are fine when it's not news. I don't think they should have paywalls for the news.
That's fair.
But what do I know? But paywalls for creative pursuits, I am in support of.
You're getting your value.
So that's really my short-term focus, is regulating my output on Patreon and trying to steer people in that direction.
Oh yeah, I'll make sure to get your Patreon info, and I can
I'll get you the link.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so you want to get a little more travel time out, you want to keep doing stand-up comedy, and you want to record something. That's very interesting. I think I'm trying to do something similar later next year, is to do like a 30 minutes of just getting all the early material out of the way, and then kind of like time capsuling it for later.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
I think you were the one who
just
said time capsuling it.
Yeah. But just having it down.
Because I feel like I can do 15 at most bar shows at least. Maybe not at Helium. I don't know how Helium works exactly. I don't get to see a lot of the local comics perform there. Anytime I've ever been there, it's all big name acts.
So many people bring their own support.
But I know at least on my level of comedy right now, I can do 15 to maybe 20 minutes. So I think by the end of next year, if I really fucking hit writing and just keep doing the mics, because I steadily keep doing at least 2 mics every single week, and I used to be doing 6 to 7 every week. I think I can make that happen. But yeah, a lot of great things coming forward. As far as more upcoming things, do you have any shows that you're looking forward to?
Let's see. There's one. I think it's gonna be at the Office of Disabled American Veterans, somewhere in Greenwood, with Adam Minnick.
Damn.
He's from Cincinnati. So that's coming up. That's May 16th. On May 9th, I'm going to the Indianapolis Indians game with my dad and stepmom and fiance.
Really?
And then May 10th is Mother's Day. So that's what my calendar
looks like. It's a good
looks
reminder.
Like. I gotta work tomorrow. What's going on with you? Well, you're working all weekend.
Yeah, no, I am working all weekend too. I don't really have much on my other shows, because by the time this comes out, that show at Tappers will be over. But I am on a show at Tappers with Pat Murray. But I don't know how I got that. I don't think
Is that next Thursday?
Yeah. I don't think I've met the producer of the show at all, so I'm like,
Who reached out to you?
James Avery?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever met them. I might have, but I can't put the face to the name for some reason. I don't know.
Shout out Jimmy.
Yeah.
Shout out, I think Caleb's still helping with that
I feel like I'm going to go on Facebook after this, look at their profile, and be like, oh, yeah, it's...
Yeah, I know who that... Yeah.
By the way, I'm on a show at Tappers, but that'll be over by the time this comes out. But
it was great.
It was fun. I fucking killed it. I think I'm supposed to do like 15 minutes and then like play Patrick Murray again on Mario Kart, and they're like supposed to be streaming it on Twitch or some shit.
Yeah,
that sounds fucking cool.
They're streaming it now?
That's what I was told.
When I did it, this was definitely over a year ago, closer to 2 probably, but I did that show, and at the end of the show, everybody was doing Mario Kart, but the last controller wasn't working right, so I helped commentate on the race, which really, like, James and Caleb were, I think Ryan might still be doing that show too, but so I was helping commentate, and that part was a lot of fun. I think that was more fun than the stand-up part.
I think that's mostly going to be me commentating, because I can't play Mario Kart for shit. I thought I could, because I used to play it on the Wii, but then I was over at my partner's place, and they're like, what CC do you want to put it on, or some shit, I don't remember what it was called, and they were like, I'm like, I don't actually know what any of the little fucking doodads do.
Oh yeah,
like I know what the Blue Shell
does.
About
Full Imagine Dragons albums. I'm just like, oh,
yeah,
Thunder, Lightning, and the Thunder.
Thunder, Lightning, and the Thunder. No, but yeah, no, I'm interested to see how that show turns out. It'll be really fun, especially because Patrick Murray's on it, which takes me into my next point, which is that my first show under BB Productions at FSB in May is the Saturday Showcase. I have Patrick Murray headlining. He won India's Funniest last year, and since they're changing...
It was rigged.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I didn't make it past the first round, so it feels pretty fair, but... technically, since they changed in the name of the contest, he's the last winner of India's Funniest, so that's something. And then we have Haley Wilcox, a good friend of mine, and a good up-and-coming feature she's going to be featuring, as well as Kevin King, Patrick Eaton, myself, and Marissa Prentice. It should be a fucking
shout out
dope
Patrick
show.
Eaton, new dad, girl dad.
Oh, yeah. I'm excited to see him. I haven't gotten to see him since all that happened. Yeah, I did that after my first open mic. I did one open mic and I was like, Mom, I need headshots, and I made my comedy page. I was like, I have to do it, which is so overzealous and so, like, ahead of it. But I'm like, also,
real quick, going back to what the local scene needs, I think maybe... I think you're doing good work with, okay, I want to learn how to do the other parts outside of just performing, right? You know, running shows and stuff like that. I think it's important for some people to do that, but I think we need more open mics than showcases.
That's about right.
You know what I mean?
It's a lot, yeah.
So to the 5 of you listening.
Yeah. And to be fair, at Fountain Square Brewery, there's a lot less going on than there used to be. It used to be there'd be like a comedy show every weekend.
Well, that
by
construction.
Well, yeah, I just mean like there were like 4 to 5 different bookers there running shows, and now it's just me.
Yeah.
At the moment, running shows there, which I still do like 2 a month sometimes, but
that's great.
But it's allowed us to really concentrate the numbers, get bigger crowds and better talent, and kind of just it's also made the mic better as well.
Yeah, so. Because then at a certain point, if everybody just starts doing showcases, then it's just like, okay, do you want to pay to see these open micers?
Yeah. Yeah. Because, like, okay, so this basically has an essential function to it. Generally, it allows me to bring big
good show.
It allows me to bring big talent there, which means people will buy tickets and watch it. But it allows me to give some people.
You don't have to call Patrick big. Come on.
That's not what I meant. You know what I meant. But then it allows me to take people like Pat and Kevin, who have been doing it for a little bit of time now, not a long time. They're not like 10 years in, but been doing it long enough that they have good material. Get them in, and then usually I'll put 1 or 2 newbies on there, and that's what this showcase is. It gives a few spots for people to work up to, and then also keep the people who are showing up regularly some work. and then you tack on a big name on top. So that has a function to it.
I completely understand the function. It's just like cut it out.
Yeah. But and then there are definitely a lot of people running shows who I don't think they really have any passion or whatever for it. They more like kind of want to just be like, I'm running shows. La-di-da. I'm like, well, I don't know, AI posters and not putting the show together until the day before is probably not a good sign.
I get, yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, besides the Saturday Showcase, which should be a really top-notch, altogether great act. Oh, we also got Taylor James Smith is hosting. Okay, I love this guy.
Didn't he just move?
Yeah, he moved to St. Louis. Yeah.
Depends on if you're Nelly or not, on how you pronounce that.
Exactly. But he moved to St. Louis, but for a while he hasn't been able to drive, so I haven't been able to book him on things or get sketches or anything, and so I'm paying him to come all the way back out here for that night.
You're getting him a Greyhound ticket?
No, I think he's going to drive his way out here, but
okay.
He's going to be hosting. He's got great hosting energy. He's absolutely magnificent. This is just
he had me do a show down in Washington.
Yeah.
And it was a lot of fun. Yeah. Sohio was on it.
Sohio.
And then a couple people from like Louisville or like I don't know. Mm-hmm. Sohio was the only other comic that I knew, I think.
Yeah. But the only other thing I have is at the end of May 22nd, we're bringing back the Zoomer Humor Hour to Fountain Square Brewery. That is a Gen Z showcase where me and my other Gen Z comic friends, we get to show what it's like to have Zoomer humor, and it's excellent. We have a great lineup this time through. It's the classics, which is me, Rory O'Connor, our little buddy Aiden Abel, who we all love so much.
Bless his heart.
We got a couple of the Bloomington crowd, Luke Franklin, who's doing great work, and then Veronica Casilla, she's also on it, and then double headlining, we have Mr. KJ Weaver and Maya Smith. I'm really excited to see what they do. We're trying to tape their sets so that we can get them some good footage. They've both put in an extreme amount of work, and they're both kind of taking steps forward. So it's sort of like a graduation vibe almost. Like it's that time of year. People are moving forward. So I felt celebrating my two closest friends, having them headline, especially because they're so fucking good at it. I love the both of them. That's going to be a great one, so I'll put the graphic up for that. The Zoomer Humor Hour, May 22nd. But other than that, it's just all podcasts for me for now.
Hell yeah. Cooking in the lab.
Yeah. But, yep, I'll have all your socials and all your other stuff on here. I'll have mine as well. This has been the Byrd is the Word podcast. I am your host, Boden and Byrd. This has been the lovely Duncan Kissinger. I hope everybody gives it up for them while you're sitting at home, naked, watching this.
Like and subscribe.
Like, subscribe, share, and if you comment, I will respond.
Watch this naked in the middle of the night.
You should.
Did you say that when we were recording or before?
When we were recording,
okay,
yeah.
Good.
And make sure your partner tells their parents about it, because that's important. That's important.
Don't get involved with anybody too close to their parents. You want them to be kind of close with their parents, but like not that close.
Yeah. But I've had an excellent time. We've talked a lot.
Yeah, me too. This was fun.
We talked about some good hot takes, which I like. This is a new segment, so I'm glad that we got some good laughs on that. We had some really good opinions on stand-up comedy, and I got to know you a lot better. So I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, this ruled.
We will. I don't know who we'll be back with next week because this is coming out in a week from now.
I don't know if I'll have you back.
No, I'll have you back. This is very chill time. This is very easy. And they're not all easy. Sometimes they're a little harder. Sure.
People flake.
I think next week we might have Thaddeus McKee, but I can't promise that. But whatever. I will see you guys next week. I have been Boden and Byrd. You all stay safe, stay beautiful.
Like and subscribe.
Like, subscribe, share, comment, and I don't know, overthrow the patriarchy. Bye-bye.